All right, let's dive right in. When a company decides to get serious about artificial intelligence, those very first training decisions, well, they tell you pretty much everything you need to know about its real mission. Today, we're digging into that immediate split, the divide between chasing shareholder value and really focusing on long-term customer loyalty. And look, we're not talking about some small, minor decision here. The choices made in those first 90 days, who gets trained, on what tools, and why, they create this massive ripple effect that shapes the entire future of AI inside an organization.
Okay, so just a quick heads up before we go any further. This is actually part 3 of a much larger 15-part series. All of our insights are pulled from a really comprehensive research report by Virtualization Options LLC, so what we're doing here is giving you the key highlights from their work.
So that gets us to the big question, right? When a company finally decides to jump into AI training, where on earth do they start? Well, it turns out there are 2 totally different playbooks. Let's start with the one that's all about the bottom line. This is path number 1, the shareholder value playbook. The mission here is pretty simple. It's all about speed, efficiency, and delivering quick, measurable wins that, look good on the next quarterly report.
I mean, the main goal here is crystal clear. Get AI tools deployed that have a real, quantifiable financial impact and do it fast enough to matter for the next earnings call. This isn't about some grand 5-year vision. This is all about seeing that return on investment, like yesterday.
And the tools they prioritize tell the whole story. We're talking about AI for financial forecasting, to make smarter capital decisions, fraud detection to cut down on losses, automated customer service to slash support costs, and tools to optimize internal processes. You see the pattern, right? Every single one is tied directly to a hard financial metric.
So, who actually gets the training? Well, it's not the whole company, that's for sure. The training is laser-focused on the teams that can move the needle on those financial goals right away. We're talking about your finance and risk teams, your operations managers, and the IT folks who can get these systems online. It's super targeted, it's just in time, and it is 100% focused on execution.
Okay, now let's completely switch gears and look at a totally different approach. This is the playbook for companies that live and breathe the customer experience.
Here, the objective is just fundamentally different. It's not about shaving off a few percentage points on costs. It's about using AI to create better, richer interactions, making them more personal, more empathetic, and ultimately just more effective at building a real long-term relationship.
And the tools they pick reflect this mission perfectly. You've got personalization engines so you don't feel like just another number. You've got sentiment analysis tools to figure out how a customer is really feeling, and you have proactive systems that can anticipate a customer's needs, sometimes before they even know they have one.
And get this, look at who gets the training here. It is so much broader, it's basically anyone and everyone who touches the customer journey. Your service reps, sales teams, marketers, product managers. The idea here isn't just learn this new software. It's about creating a whole new mindset, giving your frontline folks AI superpowers, not to replace them, but to make them even better at the human stuff.
And when you put these 2 approaches side by side, the difference is just stark. On one side, you have an immediate ROI goal, role-specific training, a focus on automation, and success is measured by cutting costs. But on the other side, the goal is experience quality. The training is broad and nuanced. The focus is on augmenting human empathy, and success is all about customer loyalty. It's like they're starting in 2 completely different universes, right from day one.
But, and this is a really big but, this customer-focused path comes with its own huge challenge. It creates this constant tug-of-war between the pressure to be fast and the absolute need to keep your customers' trust.
There's a quote in the source report that just nails this perfectly. It warns that if you rush AI into customer interactions without deep, nuanced training on that human-AI teamwork, you risk creating these cold, impersonal experiences. You end up pushing away the very customers you were trying to get closer to.
So this is the real tightrope they have to walk. On one hand, the market is screaming, go faster, deploy AI now. But on the other hand, to do it right, you need that deep, human-centric training, and that takes time. And if you mess up that balancing act, you could literally destroy the brand trust you spent years, maybe decades building.
And that brings us to the lasting impact of all this. Because these choices you make in the first 90 days, they're not just about the next quarter's results. They are literally pouring the foundation for your company's entire culture and its long-term future with AI.
So you really do end up with two totally divergent futures. Path 1, the shareholder value route, it builds you this incredibly powerful, super scalable engine for efficiency and performance you can measure. But Path 2, the customer-focused one, it's laying the groundwork for something else entirely, that rock-solid, sustainable loyalty that comes from AI systems that actually get smarter because they're learning from real people.
So, here's the thought I want to leave you with. Think about it. These first moves with AI, they're probably happening in your company right now. So you have to ask yourself, what are they building? An engine designed for short-term profit or the foundation for a long-term relationship? The answer to that question will define everything that comes next.